yet we begin again. At the behest of you, our listener.
Are you just workshopping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to another Game Club episode. It's Club Flashpoint, the monthly where we play one video game and one other video game. Probably a few more, but we only talk about the two.
We only talk about the 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 games.
Wait, no. One collectively and one amongst ourselves. There are two
true.
of us. So
You're right.
Net total 3.
It's some sort of...
We don't do math around here.
No, I don't. No. I'm Faden Cross. Hello.
I'm Dale Flashpoint. What's up?
What's up? Yep. Oh, you asking me?
Yeah, what's up?
I mean, I just woke up, pretty much.
We both did. This is a rise and grind kind of day.
It's right mindset, grindset sort of podcast energy we're bringing this morning.
I don't know why, though, because we played a dire game this month. Nothing rise and grind about Soma.
I mean, a little rise and grind, right?
Got to get that head into the arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grind set for the simulation set.
Something like that. But it's one of my favorite games, my pick for this year of touchstones. And beyond that, we also played some games while we play games, because there's too many games and we just love games. Faden, what did you play outside of Soma this month?
I have been going back to the old me, back in my bullshit. I am playing Assassin's Creed Mirage, the new Assassin's Creed game that's out. It's all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The biggest controversy is that it's like only 12 or 14 hours. Is that bumming you out at all?
No, why the fuck would I be sad that the game's not 80 hours long?
Yes.
People are stupid. I hate this.
People are stupid.
It's
short
just
and
Assassin's
well-crafted
Creed.
games are great.
So
Is it well-crafted?
it seems like this game was originally intended to be a remake of Assassin's Creed 1. It has a lot of the same elements, but they just do a different character in kind of a different setting, and they keep it all in one city, in the city of Baghdad. And you play as Basim, and you just go through the classic, hey, Basim is this, like, kind of extraordinary normal guy, and he eventually falls into the Assassins. This is,
The Masons, or the National Lampoons get him.
the Freemasons?
The Freemasons!
Yeah, it's like specifically the hidden ones right now. They're not called the Assassins either.
Okay.
So the thing I like about Assassin's Creed, which this is the opposite of a lot of people.
Hey, this is your opinion, not theirs.
Right, of course. I love the conspiracy theory modern stuff, like the progenitor race, the Isu, all the Templar, Antonin Scalia being a Templar agent and George W. Bush being a Templar agent and Al Gore being an assassin agent. I love all this stupid paradoxical history stuff.
I know nothing about Assassin's Creed, apparently.
So a lot of Assassin's Creed takes place in the backdrop of there is this ancient race called the Isu.
Okay.
Who created humans to be slaves.
Nice.
The first assassins, basically, the people who chose freedom instead of order.
Yeah.
Adam and Eve.
They were the first assassins?
Basically,
That's
yeah.
Sick. That is
they
so
steal a piece of Eden, like a magical apple that controls people's minds. Yeah, and start a slave rebellion.
I should play these games, maybe.
That's the thing. It's like This stuff's usually all in the background. Sometimes it's pretty important, like in Assassin's Creed 4, where you're walking around basically fake Ubisoft, because fake Ubisoft is partnered with the Templars of the modern time to create like Assassin's Creed games.
So I played Assassin's Creed 4.
That's a good one.
And I got to the first part in the Animus, and I was like, well, this sucks. And then the next time I got back into the You're a Pirate Kenway, I just was like, pirate shit till I die, and did not progress the story.
Damn shame. Damn shame. That one's all about like finding the resurrected boyfriend of the Isu god Juno.
Whoa! Pirate shit till I die.
Pirate shit till I die. But yeah, Mirage is really going back to the roots. We had like the last 3 games were very RPG, like skill level, gear level based.
Yeah, I remember numbers go up.
Numbers go up. Assassinations would never just kill people. It would just only do like
you chunked their health.
Yeah, you chunk their health, and now combat time. And so back to assassinations, killing people, back to like throwing knives, smoke bombs, really just back to basics. It's like Assassin's Creed 2 with an Assassin's Creed 1 sort of feel.
Yeah. No Da Vinci stuff. Was that Assassin's Creed 2?
That was Assassin's Creed 2. Oh, man. I love the scene where Ezio learns that Da Vinci is gay, and it has, like, a startled reaction. Just like, what? And I also love thinking about Da Vinci's assistant, twink boyfriend, constantly spending so much money, and they would have yelling matches in the street over how much money he spent.
I remember watching some friends play and seeing those bits.
Yeah, I like it when you have a queue. You don't really have a queue. Well, you have this one guy. Can't remember his name right now because I've only like the thing is there's not really too much story. It's like kind of running around doing assassination contracts. Like Sora Nadeshlu is plays your like master mentor. She's like in The Expanse and stuff. She has a wonderful voice, and so that's a good appeal to this game. Is like, oh, cool! I get to hear a great actor, talk and sound amazing. I love that.
My knees just exploded. You have to edit that out.
The knees just bursted. And yeah, I just like going around planning assassinations. They made some level like designs that are pretty interesting. Like I had to enter this gate prison, and you have many different options. Classic, quote unquote, many different options. I could like start a fight and like sneak around, find like an underground entrance, or what I chose is pay a merchant to let me be their like crate carrying boy. So I was just carrying crates into the prison for them.
Nice.
As they were just like, let's go through the guards and stuff. And
remember 47, just don't get caught.
Yeah.
Is it as good as those games?
As Hitman?
As fun for you of a stealth experience, or is it a little more arcadey?
So my style is... I should explain how I do assassinations.
Yeah. You're a stealth game freak.
Yeah, I love stealth games. So what I do is I don on the armor that lets me get less criminal penalty. So when I kill people in public, I only get like 40% less notoriety.
Okay.
And so I usually run in. There's like this like move you can do where you pause time and you can like mark enemies and then press X and then you just like launch into a chain kill.
VATS
of assassination. Yeah, it's like assassination VATS. So I do that, and then I just start going on a murder rampage in the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
mix of both. These games, their stealth mechanics aren't that deep.
Okay.
Which
it's the arcade side of stuff.
It's the arcade side of stuff. It's just very. It's really like there's sight lines, but it's really not about sight lines. And like, you have some missions that like say, hey, you get a bonus to this contract if you don't get seen. And I like trying to do those, but for the most part, I'm like, I just want to complete it. Get to the freaky...
Get back to the Animus.
Alien stuff, which have not popped up once.
Really?
Yes. Which...
Interesting.
Is very glaring for a game, especially like spoilers for the last one. And I guess spoilers for this one because they haven't mentioned it. You play as... Like, skip 30 seconds ahead if you don't want to hear this. You play as the resurrected form of Loki. An ancient Isu god.
Yeah.
And so that never pops up. And I'm just waiting.
There's got to be a drop somewhere, right?
Got to be a drop. But yeah, that's my Assassin's Creed experience. Just waiting for the drop. That's maybe not coming. Getting ready for Assassin's Creed Infinite.
Woo!
Which is
Loki will reappear in Assassin's Creed Infinite.
It's not even that. So Assassin's Creed Infinite is going to be like kind of like Destiny, where it's just like a hub of like content now, and they're just gonna like keep shoving out like periodic Assassin's Creed small bit content.
Is that why Ubisoft fired like 60 people?
No.
60% of people?
I can't remember. It wasn't
really
that much,
big.
but it was really big because they're a big company. They like let 200 people go.
Yeah.
Because fucking evil corporations are like, well, our money's not going up as much as we want. It's going up.
Yeah.
It's not going up as much as we want. It's not exponential growth, which
Yeah.
is obviously sustainable.
Obviously.
So let's fire people. They'll bump those numbers up.
Woo!
But yeah, can't wait for Assassin's Creed Hub. Woo!
That sounds different or the same.
We're gonna
or
see how it is.
whatever it
Yeah.
is.
What about you, Dale? What have you been playing this month?
I played my favorite trial and frustration and logistics hell that every now and then I come back to and dump in about 10 to 20 hours. City Skylines. I love to just stare at this game and really puzzle over it. So City Skylines, for those unfamiliar, is a game that came out in 2013, 2012, I think.
2015.
2015. Okay. City Skylines is a Paradox game that came out in the year 2015. It's very akin to SimCity. You've got a tract of land and a bunch of tools at your disposal to build a city, district the city, plan all the traffic, draw out all the roads.
So Urban Planner.
It's Urban Planner, bro, video game lifestyle, 100%. Why do I like this game?
That's an interesting question. Why do you like this game?
Why do I like this game?
It sounds like you're just like in this like weird like it's a thing to burn through time almost.
Yes, I use City Skylines to burn through time. Then I turned. No, City Skylines. I was going to bring up Loop Hero, but I'm talking about City Skylines. So I do use it to burn through time. I'll put on like a TV that I want to watch more than not pay attention to, and set up some stuff in City Skylines, let time run, and then go watch the TV for 5-10 minutes. Check back in on the city, see how it's going.
What's the objective for this? Is it just do you have scenarios that you play, or do you just do a free mode?
Yeah. So there's a lot of play styles with City Skylines. I usually just load in a map and start from nothing and try and play the basic rules, which you start out with $70,000 and not everything unlocked. You start out with just a few pieces for your city. You want to grow your population to the first landmark, which I think is like 1,000 people. Get 1,000 people in your city, and then boom, you level up to the next tier. Here's some more resources. Here's some more things your citizens now want. And you do that like 5 times till you get everything unlocked and have all of the resources. And it's a very interesting game sandbox. That's really what I view it as, and really what draws me to it, because you can just create your little city based on what is in your imagination.
So, does the game like kind of push you, incentivize you towards making bigger, more expansive cities?
I guess
do you get a rewarding play style if you try to do like, oh, what if I just want to have a small, sustainable village?
So I really suck at this game. Playing the base rules of like, here's $70,000, you're gonna incur debt.
Yeah,
I like go into debt after level 2, and I'm like, fuck, what do I do here? No one's moving into my city. I'm like minus $500 a day. I can't fix this. So you're really encouraged to go slowly, pay attention to your citizens, go a little at a time, grow the city more organically than quickly and end it rapidly.
Okay, but it is ultimately like the goal is expansion.
Build Dubai,
always.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just kind of wonder, because city builders are interesting in the sense that they have a specific vision on what a city is, and it's like this ideal of metropolis, like capitalized sort of like method of exchange.
Yep.
And so it's always going for that. That's kind of like the end result of every City Skyline sort of game. I think so.
I do know that there's like 40 different DLC packs for City Skyline, the first one. The second game comes out, I think, next week.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in the second one because I only kind of like the first one. It's a good time sink. And it's got some really good, like, turn your brain off music. That kind of, like...
So it just lures you into a trance.
It lures you into a trance, exactly. Can I just quickly shout out a different city builder game, SimCity 4, which has the most outrageously good soundtrack of all time for a city builder game.
Isn't that the bad one, though?
Oh, the game sucks.
Oh, okay.
The soundtrack is so good. It's just unreasonably awesome. Jerry Wright, I think, is the songwriter for SimCity 4. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
Really. Jerry Martin.
Okay.
Wicked saxophone player. But back to City Skylines, I really get satisfaction in when I do an okay job and like, oh, I've got a little bit of a city going here. What's this person up to? And you can click on an NPC and the camera will just follow them through their day.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the God mode voyeurism. There's some satisfaction in that.
It's very like roller coaster tycoon.
Exactly.
I love those games.
It's a really good game for me because it feels like a digital simulacrum of a Lego chest, a Lego toy box.
Yeah,
with
but like
a lot more rules.
But like the boring Lego toys.
Yeah, like the first set without any of the cool window parts.
Right. Or like all the Lego buildings instead of like, I don't know. For me, the Lego Star Wars ships.
Oh, I was just a Lego freak as a kid. So
yeah.
Lego building, Lego Star Wars, Lego...
It didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
As long as it was Lego?
Yeah.
Did you ever get Mega Bloks?
The race cars. I got the Mega Bloks because the Mega Bloks did this really freaking cool counter to Bionicle when Bionicle came out. Mega Bloks was like, it's also awesome. Mechs that transform and have little pilots in them. I don't remember what the name of the line was, but they were like, it was the Bionicle counterpart from Megabots. And they were way cooler because it was like Gundams that transformed.
Yeah. Pre-Gunplas for American audiences.
Well, Gunpla was out, but not Americanized.
But yeah, it was harder to get like toys imported during that era of our lives.
Definitely.
You could do it. It was just really expensive.
Oh man, I remember when the Gundam Wing toys came to Walmart for the first time in my childhood. Oh, what a day that was.
Known Gundam Wing lover, you.
I mean, it does have some really good suits. The show kind of sucks, but the suits are so good in Gundam Wing.
No good suits in City Skylines, though, right?
No, just bad. Just very, very corporate gothic, American brutalist.
What if you could make a mech building station? See, I need more like fantastical city builders. What if it was like a Mech World city builder?
Wow. Yeah, give us that. Game devs, you know what to do.
You know what to do. You heard the call. Get to making this easy game.
Just
city
easy
builders,
money.
but in a mech world.
Exactly. Yeah. You got to build up your defenses. We'll build some laser tower turrets.
I like how it automatically senses a mech world. There's a war.
Well, yeah. I mean, what else would facilitate the construction of giant weapon platforms? Isn't that what mechs are?
I guess. You know what? Yeah. I mean, a police state would also do it.
Yeah. The people versus the police in mechs.
In mechs, but city builder.
Yeah, but a city builder.
Right.
Okay.
Easy to do. I bet you can make a mod easily in City Skylines.
Probably. You just send a mech wave out. Now, is this an RTS? We're into RTS territory.
Can I pause?
Yes.
Good. Okay, that's all that matters. If it's an RTS, I can pause. I'm happy.
Real-time pausable.
Real-time pausable. Hell yeah. You know what's real-time pausable? Soma.
Soma, because you can hit escape and it pauses the game.
Yeah.
SOMA, the October Game Club for this year, our touchstone games, and I, Dale Flashpoint, chose SOMA because it is a game that I played actually within the last 5 years for the first time, but it shattered my worldview. And Faden had to bring me out of a kind of fantastical worldview hole there for a second.
It's so funny that this gave you the I want to be a mind hurling through space.
I mean, yeah. Okay, Ray Kurzweil did that in his freaking fantastic singularity theory, which...
Of course.
May or may not. He's really confident in it, and he sold me on it back in 2015.
Should we do the elevator pitch?
We got to. A little 30-second trial in Can Faden sell this game to someone between floors on an elevator?
I'm sure I can do it.
That's what we go for.
I'm ready. I'm ready in the sense that I haven't prepared.
On your mark, get set, go.
So there are a few things in this world that are truly terrifying. And one of the most terrifying experiences you can have is to be a white Canadian man in the year 2014, 15, whatever. And we have to experience that terror of being a Canadian man as we go through an underwater, non-Canadian research base. The worst place for a Canadian man to be, in a non-Canadian research base. Wouldn't you know that? Along the way, Canadian man meets many friends.
Stop. You must stop. Oh my God. I gotta leave.
Yeah. That's Soma.
Yeah.
You play as a Canadian dude named Simon. And you know what Simon doesn't do?
He doesn't get it.
He doesn't listen.
He doesn't get it.
The theme of Soma, just to get it out of the way, is men don't listen. Men just don't listen. They don't. They get infected by AI, they don't listen. They become robots who get copied and they don't listen. They just don't listen.
You're not supposed to drink the structure gel, Acres. That theme is really strong in this game. I cannot deny Faden's little tirade there. Soma is a video game from one of my favorite development companies, Frictional Games. This one came out in the year 2015 and was a follow-up to their Amnesia Machine for Pigs, which had come out the year just before that.
Is that why there's a pig robot?
There's not a pig robot.
There's the underwater pig robot. It has like pig nostrils.
Those are eyes.
No, they're not. It's very pig-like. It has like a pig snout. You know what I'm talking about? It's before
yeah, the little like rectangular.
It's before Omnicron. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pig guy.
Okay.
That guy's a pig guy.
Yeah, that's why there's a pig guy.
Yeah.
Frictional Games, prior to releasing Soma, had struck it out of the park in the indie horror game series with Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And prior to that,
game that absolutely scared me. I played 30 seconds of it. I was like, oh no, this is too dark. I'm done.
Dark Descent is a creepy time.
I was instantly no.
And they also did a game series that I really love called Penumbra, which is a very similar conceptual game about dealing with memory and dealing with identity. Amnesia covers that as well. And
wait, Amnesia covers identity and memory?
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Isn't that weird?
Amnesia, the game covers memory.
Quick diversion here about a Dale Cross experience. Dale
Cross, here we go.
Quick anecdote about a Dale Flashpoint experience here. So I love and played Amnesia: Dark Descent, and then loved and played Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. Ready?
Right.
They have the same plot twist, and somehow I forgot that I was playing a game called Amnesia. The plot twist got me both times. Wait, you mean I'm the one who's been doing these unspeakable deeds? What?
It's so funny because, like, the 30 seconds I played Amnesia, I was like, oh, okay, so this is all my fault.
It's all my fault. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Literally, that was my first thought. Okay, so this is my fault. It's spooky, though.
Scary, bad vibes.
Yeah.
Monsters are terrifying in Amnesia and Penumbra.
We should say this, too. I'm a baby when it comes to horror games.
Yes, Faden is a total baby, and so I did a very evil thing and made them play a scary game this month.
Played it in safe mode, baby. If this didn't have a safe mode, I wouldn't have played the game.
And the other safe mode about every single Frictional game, ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested at all in trying them out, even in not safe mode, you can outrun the monster.
Nope.
You just gotta outrun it. You gotta know the map too. That's another key thing.
That's the actual key thing.
So, Soma. Let's get back to Soma.
Yeah, first-person horror game.
First-person survival horror game.
I don't think it's... Well, is it... I feel like survival horror games, you get guns.
You just played too much Resident Evil.
See, I want guns.
Okay, like, this is an authentic survival horror game. You are trying to survive in the face of horror with nothing. That's where the genre started. And then Keiji Inafune was like, what if we gave guns?
He's right.
Yeah. No, that's the Mega Man guy.
I don't know.
The director of Resident Evil was like, we need guns. It's not Keiji Inafune. That's the Mega Man guy.
I want a Mega Man horror game now. I mean, Battle Network 4 is kind of a horror game in the sense that children get kidnapped all the time by adults for some reason,
and it's accepted globally.
Accepted globally.
Yeah.
Your parents signed a waiver.
They did.
For me to punch you in the face.
No, they didn't even. They were like, yeah, please. That'll help fix him up.
That'll fucking teach him a lesson. Fucking LAN.
In Soma.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Soma.
The game we played this month.
Shit, what if every single one of those Soma people were pets?
Personal terminals?
Yeah.
Kind of fits with the theme.
Yeah.
The theme of Soma, which is the game we played this month.
If the end of Soma was Simon going, oh, finally, I'm glad you're here, Mega Man. I would have.
Mega Man, jack into the arc.
Jack into the arc, Mega Man. Soma.
There's rails here somewhere. We're going to find them.
Desperately clinging onto the track.
Soma is a game about identity and humanity. They dropped the memory this time. Yeah, consciousness, identity, humanity. What does it all mean? What is life? Who are we? What could it be for?
Do copies deserve sentience and agency?
Are they sentient? What I mean, the game demonstrates that. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
So okay, yeah, I really like this game, and it's like themes and stuff. They're fine. It's very much
you just didn't like the narrative.
No, I like the narrative. It's just like it does a better BioShock for me.
Yeah.
Where BioShock is like, here's your first philosophical moral question of what does it mean to play a game, and because
I hate it when a game makes me do something.
I hate it when a game makes me do something.
I hate when a video game makes me make a choice. A choice that I wasn't going to choose.
and Soma, like, it has some choice in the story and how you can do there's a few like sections where it's like, I have to make a choice narratively. What am I doing? And all these choices, they are very much like, hey, we're in a philosophy 101 course. Wouldn't it be fucked up if X and Y happened? And it's like, if you make a copy of yourself, is it real? Is it you? I don't know. And the game, like, or do you have the right to kill something? Or should you let it live and suffer? It's basically the question. This is the thing that I have a hard time with. All of it is, every single situation in Soma is, do you do this fucked up bad thing and kill something in order to survive?
It's softcore trolley problem.
It's softcore trolley problem. And every time I'm like, I don't feel bad doing this because their lives are miserable. There's like this one woman, like on life support from the weird like AI like fungus thing, and apparently I learned you didn't have to kill her.
No.
But what kind of living is that? She sounded like she was in pain. So I killed her, and I didn't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Because why would I?
You killed whatever was left of her.
Yeah, she's just laying there, getting like having a weird face sucker going, like being a breathing apparatus.
Yep.
That's not life.
No.
If it were me, kill me, please. You do not leave me, you monster.
So let's talk about the plot of Soma.
Yes.
We start out in the year 2015 as the person Simon Jarrett.
Yep.
Simon Jarrett just got his shit wrecked in a car accident. Holy fuck, his brain's still bleeding. Like, this is CTE case extraordinaire. Simon can't remember shit because his brain's bleeding.
Yeah.
I want
brain damage.
I want to go back to the whole men don't
listen.
Simon doesn't listen because he's got a fucking resounding CTE. But there are other very good and powerful examples of men don't listen. But I'm just going to go to Simon's defense. Dude's got a brain that can't stop bleeding.
I don't think you can defend Simon after the end of the game.
his short-term memory is severely affected. So anyway, Simon goes in to visit Dr. Munchie, who is going to perform an experimental brain scan.
In, like, the most dilapidated and unsanitary.
It's definitely an office space that they just rented yesterday.
Yeah. And the last renters were like a sledgehammer crew.
It's not totally complete. The drywall is, like, missing in some spots.
It's creepy.
The lights are all off when you get there. Why? Anyway, so David Munchie is going to perform his experimental brain scan to perfectly digitize Simon's neural pathways and create a perfect one-to-one replication of his brain within a computer so that they can simulate some treatments and hopefully stop Simon's voracious brain bleeding.
Yep. It doesn't work.
Hey...
It doesn't work. What?
I'm spinning a yarn here. Our listeners. Doing an immersion.
Oh, I see.
Just take them right out of it, why don't you?
It doesn't matter.
So you sit in this really cool, like, Star Trek chair, and the little visor goes down over your face, and then turns on, and everything looks kind of weird and digital. And then Dr. Munchie's like, okay, here we go. And he flips the lever, and then just bazap, and everything turns to black. And Simon's like, Doctor? David? Hello? Are you there? Hello? 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 And then he lifts up the thing, and it's like, not the office anymore. What's going on? We're in this, like, weird facility. There's bars and broken glass and diving suits, and I don't know. I'm scared.
Yeah, and noise. There's a thing making noise outside.
A lot of noise, a lot of ambient, and you know, all those good ones.
Yeah, all those good ones. And instantly, when I got to that part, I was like, I made a mistake of playing this game in my warehouse alone at work
in the dark.
Warehouse, mostly dark. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna play a different game.
Yeah, I was honestly shocked when you told me you did that.
I felt so stupid.
First toe dipped into Soma alone in the dark by me, a big baby named Faden Cross. Who are you, body snatcher? This is not my friend.
Oh no, I mean I quit. So yeah.
So yes, it is. Oh, it's a good game that thrusts you into this world of the future. So you come to find out that Simon has been reawoken in the year 2104, 2105. And he's in this underwater facility called Pathos 2, which was initially a geothermal mining outlet in the Marianas Trench. And then they were like, wait a minute, what if we just did a railgun? Freaking from the bottom of the ocean to the surface of the ocean? We could do like a 3-mile railgun and launch things into space.
Yep, and then you could avoid overheating the metals, which is why you would have a railgun under space.
Underwater.
Underwater. I guess it's all under space. But yeah. The railgun underwater.
Railgun underwater. Cool concept. So Simon's exploring this facility, and all of a sudden, one of the robots wakes up, and it's like starting to skitter about and go, and make these weird human noises. And you're like, what's going on? I'm scared. And then you find this comms tower, and someone starts talking to you. It's a girl named Catherine, and Catherine's like, hey, I didn't think there was anyone else here.
Instantly, I was like, Catherine's a robot.
You should come to Lambda. I can help you if you get to Site Lambda. And you're like, well, I'm not at Site Lambda. I'm Site Simon. And she's like, nuh-uh, silly, you're at Site Upsilon. Duh. So you find out that you can leave the site. And as you go to do so, the freaking seal on the door breaks. Yeah. And you, human being, Simon, with your human hands that you can see in front of you, are thrust underwater and you black out again. And then you wake up and you're in a diving suit. And you're like, what's going on? Wow, that's weird.
I was like, okay, so I'm a robot. Instantly, I was like, all right, I'm a robot. Because earlier, you know, talked to this one robot who's on a conveyor belt who's like, my name's Carl. I need you to get me a medic.
You gotta
I'm
help.
Clearly human.
Send people here.
Stop making jokes about sending a mechanic. I clearly need a medic, not a mechanic, you idiot.
Stop being funny.
And then I shocked him.
Help. Did you just leave him there? You turn it on and leave him there?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to send the power.
Yeah. Apparently there's an alternative way, but I'm not doing it.
I didn't know that.
Yep. There's always an alternative to killing these robots for the most part.
That makes sense.
But it doesn't matter.
It is baby's first philosophical game.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, he's going to be trapped under here? Or I guess he's going to be washed out, actually, is what happens.
Yeah, but Can we talk about the real miracle at work here? Forget all of this like consciousness scanning. Forget all of this like cool railgun in space. The real miracle here is all of these electronics working underwater in the ocean with no problem whatsoever.
I mean, there's a lot of problems. That's like a lot of the puzzles, right? Something went wrong, reroute the power. Oh, the clamps aren't doing. You need to repressurize rooms, scan this thing, hit a lever.
Okay, but still,
emergency flips.
The electronics underwater, like these are underwater robots. It's cool. And then like you're underwater, you open the maintenance hatch, you're fixing the thing underwater. Mm-hmm. It's electronics underwater. As someone who works in electronics, water and electronics done good together, and at least not right now in the year 2023.
That's fair.
So that's a cool little sci-fi moment for me.
No, you know what? Valid point.
Yeah.
I like gameplay wise. I want to talk about how it feels to interact with objects.
Yes, do it. You who have never played a frictional game. It feels bad.
You know what? Frictional games. That's some friction in flipping those switches.
I tend to agree with you in Soma because Soma feels like a more modern game. It's got more of a story to tell than Amnesia did, than Penumbra did. It's more about what happened to humanity. What are we doing going forward from what happened to humanity? And that's the real hook for me. So when you get these moments where you're like, click and drag to open this door, or when you get these moments where you're like, click and hold and then drag in a circle to spin this valve. Okay.
Oh, no, I love it. See, here's the thing. I think it's bad, and I think that's good. Because what it feels like, it just feels like these levers, switches, they're, like, rusted. They're stuck. I need to add some extra force to, like, flush down the levers. Or, like, I need to, like, I like the priming the energy pump section.
That was so silly.
And it's just like constantly like and
while it's making loud noise. And
while there's a creature going, Arr!
Yep. I hate the maintenance section in Theta. I think that is the biggest suffering point in this game.
I mean, it's easy for me. I just run at the monsters and go, ah, and then they hit me and they disappear. Or if they don't disappear when they hit you, they just, like, turn around and start booking it the other direction. It's as if it's scared of me. And it's really funny.
So I played through on normal mode, and what happens when you hit the monster the first time is that you wake back up in a weakened state and are a little bit slower. And if you get hit the second time, you get the, scary flashy screen, rapid fire images, game over, you died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, loud noises, kind of, like when you die in freaking any horror game.
A Five Nights, one might say.
A five nights.
Five guys.
Perhaps a phobia of phasms, maybe.
Oh, true. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I'm a van person.
So we find out as we're exploring this underwater awesome facility as Simon Jarrett that in the year 2103, or the year before to whatever year it is currently, a fucking comet struck topside and Earth is now wiped out. Holy shit, there's no more humans.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool moment when you're like with Catherine trying to get like a submersible to travel to another site, and you just like hear, oh, comet landed, we couldn't avoid it, everyone's dead. You just like see this image of like places on fire.
Yep.
And skeletons.
Newsreels.
Close up of skeletons, which is really funny.
That's what they play on Apocalypse News.
Yeah.
Fuck it, the world's over. Might show skeletons on TV.
We show bones now.
What are our advertisers going to do? Fire us?
They want to send it. We learn about the Ark.
Yeah. As you're exploring and learn that everything's dead, Catherine reveals that her project was to digitize everyone with this brain scan technology that they have and send their digital copies into outer space on this little computer that was going to run off of satellite power, solar power, and hopefully leave some imprint of humanity for whatever's next.
You know, until it hits something.
Exactly. Until space junk takes that shit right out.
Which would exactly happen. I'm surprised it was even launched from the fucking Earth orbit, because the Earth orbit is a, like, asteroid of treachery.
Mm-hmm. They did bring that up. They're like, what if we launch this and it doesn't even get to the atmosphere?
Yeah.
Then they also bring up, what if our railgun pipe's fucked? But
you know, you got to keep trying.
You got to keep trying, because that's humanity. Determination, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You're filled with it. Simon goes through a number.
Wait. Okay.
You good? You good?
Yep, I'm good. I just realized what you said.
Seeing the cheese and knowing the mouse might one day get it fills you with determination.
God damn it. Yeah, so Simon has a bad time as he like slowly makes the realization, oh shit.
I'm a robot in some weird corpse.
Yep, I'm a robot in some weird corpse.
Yeah. Catherine reveals to Simon that, oh, after this scan that I just did on you, hey, it looks like you're the dead body of my former coworker Imogen Reed, some structure gel, and this little computer chip that helps you see. I forget what they call it. They had a name for it. But basically, oh, that's all you are, plus the consciousness of Simon. And Simon's like, that's so scary. Why?
Well, no, most of the time he's just like, I don't want to think about that. I'm not thinking about that.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that.
I don't want to deal with that right now.
But he has to deal with it 3 separate times?
Many times.
At least 3 separate times. There's a moment where Catherine takes you to... oh, no, this is where Catherine takes herself out. And it's like Simon's talking to her about what's it like being unplugged and plugged back in. And
yeah, because she like dies every time she gets unplugged from the thing. She like experiences
turns
death.
off. Yeah,
she turns off forever and then gets plugged back in. And then she's back alive.
And she goes, "Well, it's kind of like sleeping, but without dreams. It's not time that I'm missing. It's just not there.
It's just not there. Just flashes,
just flashes of life. Yeah. Yeah, and that sounds miserable.
I mean, but you know, you don't know.
I don't know. It could be just like sleeping.
It's just a different way of life.
It's right.
Really makes you think.
I sure thought a lot about this game the first time I played it. Oh my gosh.
And like I think so this is kind of like why this game gets away with this, and I'm like not as negative as I am with BioShock, where it just feels like really dumb and reductive.
Mm-hmm.
In Soma, it really uses the mechanics of the game to give you that feel of like, I'm making these choices because there's all this like even friction when interacting with normal stuff. I have to make like these deliberate choices and get invested into its own philosophy.
I have to pick up this fire extinguisher and chuck it at this broken window so that I can get through that broken window and get away from Cousin
Or it's
Lurch,
like, I have to like turn off the like life switch for this Simon copy that is there.
Yeah.
And like I have to make that choice very deliberately. Like there's like a lot of technical like things to like mess with. I have to like unplug like cables and stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so like my direct choices, so it like hits the impact of, oh yeah, I'm actually doing it. And so it's like, hey, what if a trolley problem, but you get to do the trolley problem part?
Yeah.
As opposed to BioShock, where it's just like, you have no choice. We're just owning you.
A man obeys. A slave obeys too.
Yep, that's the line.
So, counter to our main plot of, I'm Simon Jarrett, I'm dealing with this freaking displacement issue and psychological trauma of being a robot copy, and the world's ended, and Catherine's trying to help me finish her science project. There's the subplot of...
Shodan.
Yeah, Shodan and Acre. Was that his name?
No, Shodan is the AI, sentient AI in System Shock.
Oh. I could have swore there was an NPC named Shodan.
Probably.
This game is full of a lot of subtle references. It's very
subtle.
good. Hey, some of them are.
Some of them.
Like when you get into the first place, the freaking David Munchie room,
Uh-huh.
the passcode to the door, 2501, is a reference to Ghost in the Shell, Project 2501, which dealt with copying human.
God.
Isn't that sick? I saw that for this. I didn't realize it the first time I played the game, and saw it this time. I was like, yo, whether intentional or not, a reference.
It probably 100% intentional.
It's got to be, yeah.
Because
Ghost in the Shell is such a powerful movie about what this game is about.
Yeah,
consciousness and human identity.
This is just, this is the other thing, too. It's like, this is just like Ghost in the Shell.
It is, yeah. So the subplot, as we've got Simon saving the world, beneath that is, oh my gosh, something's going wrong with the security AI called the WOW.
Yep.
Which stands for Warden Unit, WAU. I thought it was Warden Autonomous Unit, WA. I guess it's just...
It doesn't matter.
Like PET is Personal Terminal. WOW is Warden Unit. So anyway, the Warden Unit's going nutty. They had, for the last 5 years, left this security AI to keep track of this Pathos 2 station, and things were going okay. But then after the comet struck,
It fucked it up.
things are starting to go wrong, and like, what's going on? We're starting to notice these fish have structure gel on them, and we're starting to notice that like the warden unit is watching us really intently and closely, and
Preservation of humanity protocols.
preservation of humanity protocols. So while Catherine Chun's project is to save humanity by copying their consciousness, the warden unit's save humanity project is, oh fuck, I got all this structure gel and all this electricity, and it just seems to keep running. So maybe if I give all this life, which is not going to keep running, some structure gel and electricity, we're gonna save it. I'm gonna do a good job. I think it's the perfect counterplot because it's like Terminator.
So it's
It's you got Terminator on one level,
Yeah.
and you got Ghost in the Shell on another level, and they're just running next to each other.
Unlike Terminator, where the Terminators are there to extinct humanity. I don't know about Terminator.
I guess I don't know about Terminator either.
But, right, the Terminators are there to kill all humans.
I thought Skynet was one of the preserve life, but like something goes wrong.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I love how we're
Preserve life
just
is
talking
actually
about
kill
movies
life.
we don't know.
Cultural touchstone film I've never seen.
But so the thing is, it's like, what if zombies counted as humans?
Right.
That's what the
That's
WoW
what the WoW
says.
is asking.
It's like, if you think about it, zombies are humans too.
They're
so I'm just
alive.
gonna make a lot of zombies.
Yeah. So the WoW begins stealing Catherine's scans of consciousness from the database and begins creating what the people come to call proxies, which are the WoW's clones.
Yep.
Catherine's doing clones. Why can't I do clones? I'm trying to help save humanity too. Can't you see? I'm the warden unit.
Oh, and also these proxies are gonna fuck you all up.
Yeah, the proxies are here to give you some structure gel and get you proxied so you can live forever in the WoW's warm embrace.
But it's not Showdown. We swear to God, it has no personality. It's not Showdown.
No,
we
there's
swear
no
to God.
personality. All it does is make like digital clicking noises. Unless it's got a copy of consciousness loaded, then it can talk at you.
Oh, it will talk at you. There's some creepy moments with some of the proxies.
There's some really creepy
What are some
moments.
proxies that scared you?
I think the first proxy that scared me was the one. Well, here's kind of a counter to that, and I have to set up a little backstory to our listeners here. Simon can interact with the black boxes, which are like these health monitor chips that have been implanted in people
In their brain.
in their brain, so that the warden unit can.
Well, it's like a black box in a plane.
It's like a black box in a plane, exactly, but for human health. So Simon can touch corpses and like get a glimpse of what their death moments were by reading the black box data, essentially. There are moments in the game where you touch a corpse and all you get is static or like buzzing. This time, I didn't know what that fucking was the first time. I was like, I don't get it.
It was because their black box are destroyed.
No, those were proxies.
Oh.
So when you touch those and you got the buzzing, that was a killed WoW corpse. And the reason I picked it up this time is because every time I touched a corpse and got a buzz, I noticed the head had been eliminated.
Well,
the head had been destroyed specifically.
Well, also though, there is one moment where it's like, oh yeah, our things are beeping, they're gonna explode, because they also can blow up people's heads. There's an email terminal that explained that, like, it gets like super hot and it charges up and goes blap.
Oh, I guess I missed that one.
Yeah, so there's like multiple
Your black
reasons.
box can blow up.
Yeah, your black box can blow up. Or in the case of I can't remember her name, but you find her, she turns her off somehow.
Oh, she had removed hers.
Yeah,
the last human on Earth that you found.
Last human on Earth. Cool moment. It's a cool moment seeing her. It's a very kick the puppy moment of like, can I do this horrible thing by letting her live and suffer, or can I do this humane thing and kill her?
Do the humane thing.
And it's like, why would I ever choose the other thing?
Yeah. She's already got a scan. She's already on
She's
the arc.
asking me to do it.
She wants you to, yeah. It was good. And then she's like, hey, can you stay with me?
That's a good, yeah. That's a really good moment. I really like her talking about like, hey, Greenland, cool.
Yeah.
At least it won't be 30. I was like, dude, only like 28, 29? What the fuck?
Uh-huh.
What the fuck?
Raytheon got to her right out of college.
Yeah, it's very much like there's a whole bunch of young people that are here probably because who else wants to be in the fucking trench?
Uh-huh.
Spooky trench.
Marianas Trench.
I love going out in the water.
Yeah, did that do it for you?
Yeah, it's really creepy.
It is, and as someone who had a pretty still deep-seated fear of underwater at that time.
You don't like deep water.
I don't like deep water. Jaws is a scary movie. That was a very hard game for me to get through alone in my apartment in the dark.
Especially the last water sequence.
Yeah, where there's a giant okay. Shout out to Frictional Games and having giant worms chase you. Every single Frictional game I have played, they have a giant worm segment.
I love it when a worm chases me. And also anglerfish moment. Where it's like, all right, gotta follow the lights
Follow
still.
the lights.
And it's like, oh, I'm a fucked up anglerfish.
And the worst part is, you're like, oh shit, I gotta go back into that cave. Oh, it can fit into the cave.
It can fit in the cave. I just let it hit me.
Well, yeah, because you're on easy mode.
Yeah.
We walk through the final facilities and we interact with this guy, Ross. Ross and another guy, Akers, were working with the warden unit, and like they were the maintenance guys essentially. Akers went nutty and realized what the warden unit was doing and was like, yeah, this is good. I'm going to drink some structure gel.
Yeah, Ross, though, is like a big lead scientist, though, right?
Yeah, Ross was the lead of the team and realized this is not good. We have to stop the WoW because it's trying to kill and zombify everything. Ross gets
psychic powers.
He gets psychic powers and
because,
somehow
like,
fucked up. Like, I think he plugs into the WoW but retains his agency somehow.
Well, he does because what's the in Omicron, where it's like the big rotunda with the glass prison box.
Yeah.
He's in there.
He's
a lot.
stuck in the prison box,
and like you'll be like interacting with terminals, and this is a really creepy moment where it's like, stop the WoW, like don't let it see
where
you.
things will flash. Yeah,
things will flash. I'm like, ugh, don't do that.
It's Ross. Ross is like, hey, help me,
but he's also being very creepy about it.
He is. He could have at least introduced himself.
For real. Quite frankly, rude.
Hi, I'm Ross. Sorry I look this way. The WoW did this to me. Will you help?
Will you help? I mean, he basically does that at the end.
He does, yeah. He's like, hey, you've got the thing that I needed. They wouldn't listen to me, but you got it now, so go touch that, and we're good.
I have a question for a big narrative choice.
Mm-hmm.
Which robot do you kill with the stun prod?
Oh, which robot do you kill with the stun prod?
Do you kill
There's a couple of
the
them.
helpful one, or the really annoying dickwad one? Hard moral choice.
Do you kill the one that like saved you and opens the doors for you and provides light for you in the dark, or do you kill the one that you just met and is just like kind of idly roaming around the place going, yeah, how about those spreadsheets? I really hope I get my vacation time improved.
Hey, stop bothering me.
Stop bothering me. I can't talk right now.
Oh, he says something about women at some point. It was really funny.
Really? I missed that one.
Oh, it was something. I talk classy, even not around women.
Even not around women.
Is like, I think the line. Something like that. I'm like, fuck this, dude.
Yeah, that one gets
zap,
the stun gun immediately.
I'm not going to choose the helpful one. I'm sorry.
No.
But I'm supposed to feel bad because it's the most human one.
That's right. It was more human. It was talking to you.
Oh, this game is funny.
There are some softball moments, but there's some moments that really hit. That's like, oh shit. It's like, ah.
How do you feel about when you get the dive suit you?
Dive suit you is a great moment.
Is it?
It's so good because Catherine has walked Simon through this step-by-step process of what they're going to do. We're building a body.
And we need to say this. Catherine explains everything very clearly.
Very succinctly, yeah.
Because I want to say this now because apparently there are people who think there's a turn at the end of this game where it's like, oh, Catherine was leading me on the entire time.
No.
People are stupid.
Just no.
It's because men don't listen. And so of course they think this.
When my partner was watching me play, she thought that for a moment too. She was like, wait, is the big drop going to be that Catherine was misleading us the whole time? And then by the end of it, she was like, oh, no, that's pretty good.
She's right.
Yeah, Catherine was just doing her best.
Catherine was telling you everything at all times.
Yeah. So Catherine explains to Simon that, hey, we need to get to the deep sea. Our submarine was just fucked, so we're going to get you into this dive suit by reanimating the corpse that's already in there with some structure gel and that cool computer chip that's in your head and a little battery pack. Got it, Simon? And Simon's like, I don't want to think about this. So what does Simon do? He goes and collects all the things,
Yep.
builds the thing, goes through the stuff. Catherine's like, "Are you ready?" And Simon's like, "I don't want to think about this." And they do it. And Simon looks over and he's like, "Wait, it didn't work." And you realize, wait, Simon didn't say that. Or at least from my perspective, Simon didn't say that. So you get out of the dive suit, you look over, and sure enough, you had just been copied,
Right.
like Catherine explained.
Like Catherine explained.
And Simon's like, fuck you, motherfucker, oh, fuck, you fucking lied, fuck.
Yeah. And now you have to make a choice. Do we let the old version live? It's asleep right now. Do we let it live or do we kill it? And it's like,
do you leave the guy who's been complaining about this existence from the moment he woke up to suffer in eternity, or do you just turn him off?
Or you just turn him off, which you turn him off. Of course.
Yeah.
I would be so pissed if I woke up and I was like, well, I guess I'm stuck with the fucking AI
they left
monsters.
me here? Those dicks!
They even sealed the door, so I'm in this room.
With the AI monsters.
With the AI monsters.
Shit. Yeah, you turn him off.
You turn him off. He's asleep. This is a great way to go.
Yeah.
My God.
What about when you have to get the password from the guy and you upload him several times, and like he realizes he's in the simulation and he gets pissed. He's like, "No, I'm not going to give you anything," and you turn him off. And Simon's like, "We can't keep doing this. We're turning him on and off. It's like killing him over and over."
If I knew the person, and from my understanding, it could be different people.
Yeah, you could pick different people.
So, like, if we had maybe a whole story up until that point of that person, it's like, oh, now we finally get to meet the person. This is the way we're meeting it. I think the choice would be different. But in this scenario, it's like, well, I don't care.
Who are these names? I referenced the list and was like, okay, this guy worked in security. He'll probably know. I'll load him in.
Yeah, why not? It's whatever. Yeah, you're basically doing a fucking torture routine on a dude.
That's what they want you to get into the headspace of. Like, hey, isn't this fucked up?
But it's also like, I don't... Okay.
And then Catherine reminds you, no, I reset them from 0 every time. They have no memory of what has happened.
Yeah, she just kills them every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not fucked up.
Like
any sane person would just kill them every time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I didn't care about the character, so I'm like, why do I care?
Yeah.
Why do I care?
The conclusion of this game is yet another Simon forgot moment. You make it to the space gun.
Well, hold on. Before we do that, did you kill the WoW, which apparently was optional?
Really? Of course I killed the WoW.
Of course you killed the WoW. Yeah, so like Ross, like it's like
this game had a lot more options I didn't realize.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't realize either because the answers all seemed obvious.
And it seems like on rails you can only walk towards the WoW, but I guess I didn't try anything else.
Nope. So yeah, you get to make the choice to kill the WoW or let it live. And Ross is like, we need to kill this thing. It's bad. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll sacrifice my arm to kill it.
Damn, now I wish I would have let it live, because it's like, we're leaving the planet anyway. Let's just let the WoW have this one.
I don't know. I don't know. I saw that.
Come back in 100 years and there's just like purple and blue and structure gel creatures crawling all over the planet.
The giant squid was enough for me to go, no, thank you.
No.
Oh, that... The just going through the wind, and then you go into the like spider crab cave.
Yep.
Fuck the spider crab cave.
Underwater spiders.
Fuck that.
Hey, they don't attack. They're just really creepy.
They're just really creepy and all over.
Everywhere, yeah.
Oh my God.
Hundreds of spider crabs. So you make it through killing the WoW.
Yep.
Catherine's like, where'd your arm go? And you're like, I killed the WoW. And she's like, what?
And
That's so cool.
And then Simon's like, I'll have this arm back though when I'm up in the Ark.
And
right?
Catherine's like, nah.
No, she says like, yeah.
She says yes, of course.
Because yeah.
You can have anything you want in the WoW.
Yeah.
Or the Ark.
I really...
Did you like that artificial tension there at the last moment?
Oh, I mean, all tension's artificial in this game, right?
Yeah,
it's an artificial product made.
Okay, fine. Did you like that tension set piece there at the end?
Yeah, so it's really cool. You kind of like get loaded up, you're ready to launch the thing, and like Simon's brain scan's taking too long.
Yeah, so you sit down in the pilot seat. Catherine's like, we're going to use this pilot chair to transfer both of us at the same time and launch the gun, so it's all in one process.
She doesn't say transfer. Upload.
Yeah.
She always says upload. She never says transfer because that's not how it works.
Right. Well, why does she should say copy is what she should really say.
But she does say these are our copies.
These are our copies.
She does say that.
She says she's going to upload the copies.
Yes.
Yeah. And so the gun is priming. Catherine Chun gets uploaded. The gun's at like 70%. Simon's thing is taking too long. It's like 10%. And Simon's like, what the fuck? And then it happens all in the last minute. And you see it goes. And then the gun launches. And Simon's like, yeah.
And then like, wait, I'm still here.
But I'm still here. What's going on? And then he screams, and Catherine wakes up, and she's like, we did it, Simon. And Simon's like, no, you lied.
And she's like, Simon,
I
told
we've
you
been
this.
over this.
I told you this before. And he yells, and because like it's all very like all the like chips and stuff are very emotion process, so like short circuits.
He's
Catherine's
sending
out.
so much anger out that he kills Catherine.
He kills
Short-circuits
Catherine,
her.
so he gets to be alone until he dies.
Yep. And then the credits roll. And then you're like, well, shit, that was bleak. And then after the credits, you're like, hey, you're in the Ark now.
Yeah, now you're this new Simon copy. And
you wake up in the chair again, and you walk out of the cave. Why is the chair in the cave?
Forest.
I don't know.
You know, it's a nice little forest, utopia city.
Yeah. And there's Catherine, and Simon's like, Catherine, is that you? Did we do it? And then we get a pull back.
Yeah.
And it's just the satellite.
Going through space.
And we see Earth in ruins as it leaves the planet's orbit on its fantastic voyage of humanity's next step. That game fucked me so hard. I was like, yeah, I'm going to upload my digital consciousness and I'm going to live forever. And Faden was like, that's not how this works, Dale. That's not how this works. You got to stop.
Right. Men don't listen. I think it's because they kind of have this philosophical theory of a coin flip.
Exactly.
It's like 50% chance you're the transfer, you're the thing, but that's not really
that's
actually
not
what
it
it is.
either, because both things exist.
Right. And so, like, it's only the coin flip for the player.
Yes.
Who do you get to be as?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it's not even that, because we get to see both perspectives anyway.
Yep. So, using game mechanics to make very simple philosophical questions have more of an impact.
Yes.
Like, that's what this game is really about.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of where I really appreciate it on that level. I'm not playing a game and then the game go, fuck you for playing a game, man.
Isn't it fucked up that you're playing this game?
It's more like, how do I use game mechanics to like illustrate these philosophies?
Yes. And this is a really good example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Frictional Games. You did a great job. Oh, I wanted to shout out the developers here. Because it's the same two guys that have done Amnesia and Penumbra. And
I didn't know it was like two people making these games.
Frictional Games is led by Thomas Grip and Jens Nielsen.
Okay.
They are located in...
Their exact address is... Yeah, where's this game coming out of? This feels like a British game for some reason. But it could be Canadian, I guess, because we played as the horrors of a white Canadian man.
We're in Scandinavia. I don't remember exactly which one, though. Finland, maybe Norway?
Okay. I guess they can capture the horror of Canadians. You okay?
Sweden.
Okay, it's in Sweden. All right.
Sweden. That was the only option left. Why didn't I guess it?
Swedish games.
Oh, I had one more thing I wanted to say.
Sure, yeah. Let's get our last Soma thoughts
I
out.
love Soma. I really do. The narrative is still a fantastic sci-fi narrative.
It's fun.
It's a great story. It kind of captures the optimism of the human spirit in the face of the bleak.
Yeah.
What could be our final moments, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Like trying to still survive.
Right. But it also asks you to reflect on, hey, there's a cycle to this thing called life. And it does end. And that's the reality we live in right now.
Yeah, you can't escape the heat death even.
You cannot even escape the heat death.
Even this thing that lived on forever, the Ark, it's still going to deteriorate and die.
And even they said the battery's probably only going to last for 1,000 years, which is better than like 10 years.
Yep. So
it's still about accepting the end, which comes for us all.
Yeah.
One thing that I didn't like, and I think I mentioned a little bit, but I think that they could have updated some of the controls to the experience. All the click and drag stuff works really well in Penumbra and in Amnesia because it's an isolationist experience. Mm-hmm. You don't speak to anyone in those games, like barely anyone. There's a couple of NPCs that say ominous and creepy things to help guide you in the next mission, but it's largely just you and your thoughts and your fears. And so clicking to drag a door open feels terrifying in those games. But in this one, it's just like, why can't I click the little button? It's right there, like in this wired fantasy electronic sci-fi system setting.
I think it still works, but I kind of get it's frustrating. It's frustrating, but I feel like it's intentionally frustrating on my end.
It is, and I can recognize
frictional games.
It's frictional on purpose.
Should we get into
those puzzle moments? Were so good.
Yeah,
the one puzzle where you have to reflect the light.
I love a light puzzle.
Yeah, a light puzzle is good. Give me more puzzles in games. I should play Amnesia Rebirth all the way.
I play as Zelda.
And then Amnesia The Bunker.
The Bunker.
There are 4 Amnesia games now. Shout out to Frictional Games. Questions.
Should we get into questions?
Yes, it's time to be asked. I think the first one is for you.
I think the first one's for you.
Really?
Yeah, you can.
All right.
You can ask it. You ask the first question.
Duncan asks, how many people and lights does it take to play Soma without being creeped out? Seriously, what kind of players would you recommend this game to? Or as a follow-up, to what game? Parentheses, it reminds me, for some reason, of BioShock.
So funny. I completely forgot about that part, pasting that question.
Duncan, if you scare easily, it is a scary game. There's a lot of jumpy
people,
moments.
all lights.
2 people, all the lights?
All the lights. Yep.
Yeah.
You need at least 2 other people in the room and all the lights. That's my experience.
All right. There you go. I played this game for the first time alone in the dark.
I can't imagine.
It was really good. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I think as a follow-up to people who played BioShock, definitely play Soma. It's a better game.
It's a better game. And play it in safe mode, if that's another thing. If you get super scared, play it in safe mode.
Oh, yeah, safe
and then
mode.
Run at the monsters and scream. That's what I do.
Yeah, because in normal mode, you'll get knocked down by the monsters. And if you get knocked down again, you get the scary game over screen. So did you ever see the like bulby orifices kind of things with the little plus mark over them?
Yeah.
Because you played in safe mode. You didn't need those. Those are heal points.
I kept doing those, and I was like, what's that for?
That's, the WoW re-heals you if you've been knocked down once.
Damn. Wants to kill you and help you out.
Right? Weird little thing that.
The next question comes from Hilver. What's a game you'd like to be able to skip combat in? What's a game you'd like to add combat to?
I would love to be able to skip combat in critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV Online.
And just do the story?
Let me just watch the movie of it.
Yeah, I get that.
Or maybe I should just play something other than Black Mage.
Yeah, maybe. I'd like to be able to skip the combat to, I want to experience a lot of JRPG stories.
That's what I just said.
Right. Exactly. But I don't want to. I want to see if Octopath actually has something to the story, or is it just a combat appeal? Okay, no.
As someone who's played Octopath, those stories are lukewarm.
Or I would like to do all Final Fantasy IV or something, but I just don't have time.
Yeah, I got Final Fantasy VI on my radar because Kefka is just awesome. And Dancing Mad is iconic for so many reasons. But am I going to play a whole JRPG just to experience Dancing Mad? Probably not.
I mean...
Maybe, though. Maybe someday.
There are worse reasons.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Hilver, I think I would add combat to a game like the Centennial Case, a Shinjima story.
Oh my god, no! But Phoenix Wright combat would be interesting.
Yeah.
Combat.
Freaking throwing pens and pencils at Edgeworth from across the...
I imagine it becomes more like a Yakuza game, actually.
Oh, yeah, where you gotta, prove your machismo, beat 'em up.
Yeah. Not like the turn-based Yakuza games, but the Kiryu picking up a bicycle and slamming it into people sort of game. Yeah. Another game. What if Outer Wilds has combat? It would make it I don't know if Okay.
What if you could shoot the owl people?
What if you could shoot the anglerfish?
Target lock.
Target lock, missiles, deploy.
That would be sick.
I need a mod just for that. It would be a worse game.
Yeah, the missiles would send your ship flying backwards.
That would be amazing, actually. Never mind. Just like every time you launch it, it has no recoil protection, and so it just like launches your ship.
Yes.
I'm going to stop the time loop by destroying the sun.
We're saved.
We're saved.
Spectre of Socialism comes for our next question. What is self?
You know, the self is the character you play as in a game.
Is you silly. How do the moral implications of the choices Soma forces the player to make impact your opinion of the game?
I think we kind of covered that one. You know, it makes the game better.
Would you throw the lever? You have the option to.
You have the option to.
I think it's nice. What do you say to players that find it difficult to enjoy games that force choices like this? Suck it up, you baby.
Oh my god. I mean, but the thing I would say is really try to like engage with what the game is telling you exactly.
Why is it having you make these
Think
choices?
about the fact that it is making you make a choice, and if that choice is actually meaningful to the narrative of the game.
Exactly.
And sometimes they are for Soma, sometimes they're
they
not.
aren't. How does the lack of music impact the experience? There's music in the game.
So Spectre of Socialism asking this because I was being hyperbolic because it was like, what music is there as I was being scared?
There are some good moments of relax. Like when you find the crew quarters, you get a nice little interlude theme that's like, oh, I can catch my breath here for a moment. Okay, good. Does it contribute to make a stronger atmospheric experience?
Yeah.
Having music in a game? Yes, it does.
Wow, salty on this one. Beansprout asks, I don't know a whole lot about horror games, but I know that some are fun to play like on multiplayer and to watch others play like a movie. What games would you suggest for these three categories?
Ooh.
PT is the classic, everyone sit around watching someone
That's
play.
how I experienced it.
Yep, that's a strong sense memory of everyone being in my room watching my partner play that game.
Yeah. Was it your partner, or did we let our esteemed voice actor credited
Oh, there was a Jake
we let
session.
Jake try one at least one, yeah.
He got to show an audience that game.
Yeah. Let's see, games for multiplayer, like pass the controller if you get scared.
Or Phasmophobia.
That's a good co-op horror game that I've played too much of.
Dale can't play it anymore, which is understandable. When you play a lot of something, I feel this way about Civ. You just are like, I don't even want to look at it.
That's enough, yeah. And then just fun to play horror games, Resident Evil. They're like, they are horror games, but they're B-movie horror games.
Yes.
And they're fun. They're really fun.
They are really fun. I want to play more Resident Evil.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Fuck. Do you think people would ever want to work inside a deep underwater research base, or do you think too many people would get hurt from the current infrastructure possibilities? Yes to both.
Yes to both. People would want to work there, but they would be afraid of getting hurt.
Oh, and they would get hurt.
And it would just happen.
You know, intersection of games and being underwater. The Titan.
Yep.
With its third-party GameCube controller. People wanted to be in that thing for some reason, and they got hurt. What parts make the horror game fun? So I guess what parts make Soma fun? Like about, I guess maybe the underwater stuff too. Like
I'm a little sicko, and whenever the skin crawls on the back of my neck and the hairs stand up, and I'm put in fight or flight mode, I love that sensation.
It's really being outside the base that makes it really scary.
You like the underwater? Yeah.
Yeah. I can handle that more though. It's scarier to me, but I'm also this is easier for me to manage. I don't know why.
Maybe it's the openness. You feel less claustrophobic.
No, I feel more.
Really?
Yeah, because anything could come from the depth.
Yeah.
Which is what happens.
It's pretty deep.
What parts make the horror game not fun?
Yeah, Faden. What parts make horror games not fun?
They're scary.
No, that's what makes them fun, silly.
Yeah, but sometimes they're too scary.
That's fair. Oh, you know what game series I've never gotten through? And I don't know if it might be because my PC can't run them. Outlast looks like another scary game, survival horror. I've just never finished them. And
No,
I don't
thank
know because it's scary. It's pretty scary.
It looks scary.
What game or what could I have adjusted for Soma? I would have taken out the click to drag puzzles.
I just like those too much. You got to keep them.
Nerd Ferguson comes in with our next set of questions. What are my love interest / romance options? It's a good game. It is not a good game without romance options. Silent Hill lost points for me based on the nurse or Pyramid Head characters not being romanceable.
That's true. Pyramid Head should be romanceable.
I guess you have either Catherine Chun,
No,
Ross,
definitely not.
or the last girl on Earth. What's her name? I can't think of her name. Akers? No, Akers is the guy that ate the structure gel. Please don't.
Those are all the wrong options, actually. It's
the helper robot.
No, it's other Simon.
Oh, wait, Simon the copy Data, or Simon the other
Simon
suit?
dive suit and Simon deep dive suit.
Yeah. Those are your romance.
That's
options.
your romance option. It's the only one that makes sense. Jake, our wonderful, sometimes rotating third chair, Jake.
Our professional and credited voice acting friend.
That is true. Is Soma the kind of game Faden needs to have the lights on for? Or can they play in the dark alone? And we answered that question.
Definitely.
No, I can't. I can't play in the dark alone. At all. Never.
Scary.
Too scary.
Do you like it when the game goes, boo?
No. I don't. But I do like it when the game's like, hey, fucked up underwater base, huh?
Is that fucked up?
The vibes are real fucked here.
Yeah. Well, there's structure gel everywhere.
Let's revive a mouse, please.
And we did, and we put structure gel on it, and it was catatonic, and it made all the other mouses uncomfortable.
And then
let's
killed
start
them.
putting this stuff in people.
Yeah, let's put it in people.
Yeah.
And our computer chips. And everything. You know something
Everything.
broken? Throw it in the structure gel.
Put some structure gel on it. It'll take care of it.
Oh,
One more Soma detail.
of course.
Frictional Games licensed out the Soma IP
Oh, God.
to a little film studio called Imagos Films.
Mhm.
They're a little LA startup. They have some really good people that do awesome CGI, but they did not hire very good actors or script writers. And so if you're interested, there's about an hour's worth split up into 8 videos of Soma-inspired content. It is not canon, so to say, but they take some of the characters present in the game and they do a little spooky set piece about the WoW. Yeah. Not about the arc plot is like the underplot of this. The WoW going crazy is the main plot of this. So if you want the vibes of Soma without the full immersion of like a video game, I don't recommend watching the Soma transmissions. That's what they're called on YouTube if you want to check them out.
Soma would actually be a good Let's Play game. Like,
yes,
to watch a Let's Play
definitely.
Yeah.
Watch someone play it. Get that kind of third person perspective of viewing.
Yeah. You might be a bit more removed, have more fun.
Yeah.
But, I also think it's a good game to play.
It's a great game. Next month, we play another game.
Oh, yeah. We are playing one of my touchstone games the rest of the year. We're clearing the runway.
For Faden.
It's just me and my games. We got a great one coming up. We are playing the Pokemon TCG game for the Game Boy Color.
And it's good.
Yeah, we already started. Yeah, we Pokemon TCG has been sweeping our circle of friends and loved ones.
We're folding in as many to the fight as we can.
Mm-hmm. We should have a tournament.
That would be sick.
We should have a tournament.
Over Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Could have a 4-player tournament because I bet we'd get 4 people to play.
That's probably as many, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to join our Pokemon tournament, you can't because it's for friends only.
Well, I mean, hit me up, I guess, if you want to play Pokemon TCG. I'm not going to complain. Card pop with more people.
Yes. Get that Mew.
Get that Mew. That special Mew, not the other Mew you can get. A different one.
The one my uncle from Nintendo gave me.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Likewise. And with that, I think we can draw this episode of Soma, Club Flashpoint, to a close.
Yeah, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That'd be great. But until next time, see you next month.
Peace be with you.
And happy Halloween?
Watch out for the WoW.
It is spooky season.